So what can you tell us about your character?
My character is Ambassador Idel. She is the ambassador from America to Israel. She is the boss of Anne Heche, and they get into it all the time. She gets into it with pretty much everybody.
Well, what is her relationship with Peter like?
Not good. She is combative, I think, with pretty much everyone, yes.
Is that what drew you to the role?
I didn't know that much about the role. It was what was handed to me from a few pages, and then I was offered the role, and I went, okay, here we go. I really enjoyed the work of Gideon and Tim. They do like remarkable characters. I love watching the characters, so I thought this would be really interesting.
So are you having fun playing kind of the big boss who gets to yell at everybody?
I'm enjoying the experience of going to these different places, from Israel to here to Croatia. I'm looking forward to that, and working with these remarkable people.
Is the ambassador aware of what happened with Peter's daughter?
Are we getting into?
You can be real general, real vague. Not who's murdered. Yeah.
Put you in a bad spot.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think she's aware of the overall in the overall.
Nice. Very good.
Thank you.
Well, some of your co-stars have different processes.
I'm sorry?
Some of your co-stars have different processes about the scripts, whether they want to know a lot or they don't want to know anything at all. Where did you fall in wanting to know things about this show?
Oh, well, I didn't know anything, so I just kind of like taking it as it went along. I think the first few episodes we had, so I read those immediately, and then from there on, I've just been taking it 1 week at a time, which is usual.
Does your character get on board at any point with Peter? I mean, as first they fight a lot, and he creates a lot of trouble for her.
Are they ever on board with each other?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Can I say that? No? Okay. No.
Because he seems to have a way of convincing other characters to go.
No, that's not the relationship.
All right.
Does she also then supervise Golan, the character of Golan?
No, she is involved with the embassy and those inside of the embassy, and yeah.
Well, because his character kind of teams up right away with seemed like Jason's character, so
Right.
that would make him kind of under her jurisdiction a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But he also strikes me as a little bit of a renegade, and that might be another problem area. So she's okay with that. Not so much.
She's having a hard time. Her character is difficult.
What can I say?
Yeah.
Mystery woman. She's got all the secrets.
Does the ambassador believe in things like the red heifer?
The red heifer is a big part of this. Everyone kind of has something vested in the red heifer.
Yeah, I think everybody's aware of the red heifer. Yes. This is awkward. This is getting awkward.
Well, I'm sorry. Now, in creating this character, did you draw from any existing women in leadership, or did anyone inspire you in creating your character?
No.
Was there a particular place in
No,
Jerusalem?
I'm sorry. I think you can draw from a lot of people, and certainly I look at human nature and different people, and so that's what I looked at. I had some conversations with people who are in the business of being ambassadors, and people in power, but I kind of drew from just different sources to take a look at this woman, both male and female.
Go ahead.
Did you have any particular places in Jerusalem that you found to be especially beautiful or nice to film in?
I think We were stationed in Tel Aviv, and then we shot around, and I was struck by the place and by the people. It was an experience that I'll carry with me moving forward.
Why?
It was a place I'd never been to before, and you read about it, you hear about it in the news, and then to be just right in the middle of it, and right in the middle of it at the edge of some really difficult times, was mind-altering. And I was struck by, overall, the resilience of the place and people.
With a show like this, I think a lot of audiences might come into it suspicious of a lot of these characters. Why should audiences trust her, and why should they be suspicious of her?
Why should audiences be suspicious or trust Rydell?
Yeah.
I can't say. I can't say because I can't give away any plot lines.
Could you give hypotheticals for both situations?
No,
so people
I can't.
Won't know either way?
No,
Okay.
I can't.
What has it taught you about maybe the role of being an ambassador? What has this character taught you about that?
Well, I think this character goes against any preconceived anything. I think she goes against the rules of everything. And so if you say an ambassador is supposed to be that way, that's not what she is. And so that was interesting to me. That in terms of preparing for this role, I studied about being an ambassador, and then I was told that the rules are out the door. And I think that's so with overall with the series, with the characters, with the circumstances, the rules are out the door. And I think that's what keeps it interesting too, as you're watching the plot lines from week to week. Each week you go, oh, there's a twist and a turn that you didn't expect.
Well, you guys have had the opportunity to film in so many different locations, and what has it been like working with this group of actors and writers as you kind of bounce around all over the place?
Yeah, I'm really loving the actors. Just meeting some people I'd never met before, heard of before, from different points of the globe. And certainly with Miss Anne Heche is lovely. Most of my scenes are with her, and I really enjoy grooving off of her in these scenes. And that's what you want, ultimately. It's a wonderful gig, acting. You get to go to different places, meet new people. You know your lines, and then you go out there, they put some makeup on you and some costumes, and you play. That's what we're doing. It's play acting, and it's a nice gig. It's a wonderful life. Jason is a marvel, nice on the eyes, and everyone's just really terrific acting, wonderful acting, and I've always admired the characters that both Gideon and Tim create. So something to put your teeth into.
What would you say is like the most admirable quality to your character? What are we going to appreciate about her?
That's a good question.
You must have something you admire about her.
That's a good question. I think what you're seeing is a damaged soul. And I think seeing a damaged soul can be very disturbing.
She seems like sort of a character might have some resilience to her. She's seen it maybe a lot of different darkness sides of people, given her position.
Yes.
So again, there's got to be something that allows her to keep moving forward.
Have you gotten to do any action stuff? I know a lot of co-stars are talking about the action they had to go through. Has she gotten to play with that stuff?
No.
Do you wish you had?
I have a fantasy of running around with guns and shooting people.
Have you mentioned this fantasy to Tim? I'm sure he can write it in.
Yeah, so I think, Anne and Jason get to do some of that stuff.
Do we get to see any of her family life?
No.
She's a very private woman.
Backstory? So we can see flashbacks?
I can't tell you this stuff. Come on now, guys. You're asking me plot lines and backstory. I can't tell you that.
What, can you give us
That's why you watch the show.
Can you give us a compelling reason that why we should tune in?
I think you won't be disappointed in terms of the twists and turns of this piece. That it is action, adventure, there's mystery, suspense, there's murder and intrigue, and I think people like that.